I felt like the grown-up version of a kid going to Disneyland. Like, look at that big statue. Can you believe we're here? Look at these lights. I can't believe it's happening. For me, when I first was nominated, it was so surreal. I really felt like I was in a weird dream, like this elongated dream. And 2 days later, we were at a restaurant. My boyfriend went to the bathroom, and I seemed to have woken up while he left. And I grabbed this kid next to me, and I said, I got nominated for an Academy Award. And he looked at me like, he was like, no, you didn't. I was like, I know. Can you believe it? Google it. Look, let's check it. Google it. He checked it. I mean, he was like, oh my God, you got nominated. I was like, I know. Isn't it crazy? Can you believe it? And my boyfriend came back like, what's going on? You guys are like jumping and screaming. It's just amazing.
You go 75 and then down.
Given how long the film took, how long the project is, what are the stakes? So I know awards are very nice, but does it matter? Do you really want it, or is it just?
Well, here's the thing. I never had in the agenda of my career. It was never a pursuit of mine. I didn't, they say like, power of positive thinking. I never saw that moment happen. I never imagined it. And I didn't make my career choices according to trying to pursue that or a hunger for that. Having said that, at 46, it's really a beautiful, incredible thing, and I feel like I can appreciate all the beauty of what's really meaningful and moving about it. The other thing is I love making this movie so much. We gave so much of ourselves for 12 years. It was such a rare movie. It's never been done before because we are in a movie business. And the concept of asking a financier to give you money 13 years before they can get it is impossible. Also, none of us could be contractually obligated for longer than 7 years, which Rick's like, and I think that's fair. You shouldn't obligate kids to work for 12 years if they don't want to. So the truth is, 7 years in, 8 years in, we could have lost our lead in this movie. So the financiers had no safety net. The producers had no safety net. None of us had a safety net. We were all putting in that work and just believing in it. But it's so painful to finish that movie and not be working on it anymore. But this kind of a reaction, like what a beautiful send-off for us to all have. I am always bugging Richard.
I'm going to come down here to 10 and finish at 49 in the back.
Okay.
No, hold. Sorry. Starting here.
How would you describe Alejandro Iñárritu's way of directing?
This is Boyhood. This is Richard Linklater. Richard's way of directing? It's okay. I think Richard Linklater loves human beings, and he's really forged his own path. In many ways, you could look at some of his films, although he's done like School of Rock and, kind of big crowd-pleasing, money-making movies. He's always done what he wanted to do, but oftentimes if you look at his movies, you could almost say they have a more European sensibility, but they're so much about Americans that they don't exactly fit in Europe and they don't exactly fit in America, and he's really championed his own path, and it's a very intimate path. Like the Last Before Sunrise movie, if you're gonna watch a married couple fighting for 15 minutes and trying to work it out. Now to me, as an actor, that's really exciting to watch. But as a woman too, who wants to have a long-term relationship and would like to see how the hell people do it, that's really interesting to me too. To me, it's incredibly intimate, and he's an incredibly intimate filmmaker. For instance, when we first came to the set, Rick said to Ethan and I, so what are you guys gonna name your kids? Now he wrote the movie, and he told us all the things, but he also made space for you to make it your own and find things. And so I named my character after my mom, because it was to me an homage to my mom and to moments in my own life as a single mother and my best friends. And so he has a strong structure, but he also leaves room for your input, and then he curates. So he's really down to earth, really mellow. 1 year, IFC had closed their books for the year. He was ready to shoot. They said, we're gonna have to push till next year. We can't shoot. He said, well, luckily my house burned down, so I have an insurance check. Oh, God. It was just very mellow. Nothing ruffles his feathers. And nice to everyone.
Last question.
Yes, Patricia, Margaret Carrero with KNX. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Given that this is something that's never been done before, 12 years, how rewarding now in this moment to stand up here being nominated for this film?
It's really surreal and lovely. Like I said, this movie, is so personal to all of us and was so beautiful to work on. I'm so happy for Rick that he's done something different in the history of film. For years, small filmmakers have been told by studios, audiences don't want to see that. They don't want to see a small family drama. They don't want to see these intimate moments. And right now, they're really not saying that because they can't say that. And a lot of little filmmakers have said to me, I just got my movie funded because of Boyhood. I just got my movie funded. And that's a really exciting place to be. This is all part of that story. It's part of, telling our industry there's value in this. This matters. We want to see these things. Your work matters. And we know the history of film here. In this process, I've got to meet people who wrote scores of, classic movies, people who worked with Harryhausen. Those are the things, I guess if I was driven to win an award or something and that it was all about my ego, maybe I wouldn't notice all of that. I would see it as a job, but it's been incredible to meet all these people. And to have the people recognize this movie, which has done something people haven't done in the history of film. And that's important.